Hello, welcome again to another screencast edition of Autodesk Smile. Today we'll be focusing on editing the animation utilizing the graph editor. Now, when you begin to animate, you're always going to run into some sort of problem here when it comes to animation. And usually rekeying some of the stuff only works to a certain extent. Now, luckily, Maya has a nifty little feature right here. All you have to do is go to Windows, animation editors, and graph editor. What it does, depending on what the controls that you select, you'll see a big giant graph right here that has all within your rig of all the keyframes that you have collected and in order to show what you have keyed. Now, depending if you want, you could actually isolate a certain point of the work right here. So depending on how you want this, let's see, translate Y, you could actually work and adjust. Now, this is a great thing. Now, for example, maybe I just want to adjust this a little bit. For example, if I want to select this and isolate a little keyframe point, all I have to do is select weighted tangents, and you'll see that your anchor points already change. Now, maybe I want to fine tune something to make it more of a straight edge. So I'm going to select linear. So what it does, it sort of cleans out and adjusts the work. Now, as you notice, as I try to move everything, it moves both. Now, if you just want to move just only one particular of the anchor points, all you have to do is pretty much break, just break the tangents there. So let's see, key tangents there. So what we're going to do is we're going to break tangents. So you'll notice that your line becomes a dotted line. So now that I could get to focus onto the dotted on the areas right here, at least focus onto that. Now be careful when you select the whole thing. You're going to have a whole selection. No matter what you adjust here, it's going to do the same thing here. So make sure you isolate one specific anchor point. So that'll help make the process of this a little bit more clear and pristine. Now, per se, depending on how you move everything here, so maybe you say maybe it's too, some of the landings are too harsh. So maybe at this point right here, you could actually zoom in. You're going to use that same mouse controls here by using Alt and right mouse click. Now say maybe I want to fix on this. Now if I hold my Shift key, I could actually adjust proportionately where I want it to be. So I want to be even right here so the steps won't look too hard. So you could zoom in, zoom out, move around. So maybe you want to have that done. Now this first part, let's see. Say you want to work on this. So when you play it, you'll notice a stark difference on the movement. Looks more fluid and everything. As you probably noticed, I haven't fully animated every details onto the arms and so on. I just wanted to show at least a brief example. Now, not only you could do work on the translate, you could also work on the rotate, depending on the complexity of your controls. So maybe if you had a control that you worked with, maybe like the back curl or something like that, you'll notice I have a lot of stuff. I have a lot of information. You could actually delete some of the keyframes here, clean up and refine any of the stuff that you feel that could be fixed. Now, do be careful when you select this. You see the little cross icon right there for when you hover and you select. You can easily move it to another side, to another frame. So do be careful. Always hold shift so at least you can move it up and down and restrict any of the details here. So when I play, you'll see and you'll notice at least a stark contrast in how you want this. Maybe make it cleaner and so on and so forth. Now, depends on what controls that you select. Maybe you want to fix the foot roll control and you'll notice a big difference. Maybe you want to zoom in. You could press the F key to zoom in or zoom out and so on and so forth. But that pretty much concludes for today's screencast tutorial of Autodesk Math. Thank you.